Hello, thanks for joining me for another beer review. Today we've got a beer from the Kernel Brewery, and this is their Pale Ale Chinook Ella, coming in at 5.3% ABV. So these guys are out of Bermondsey in London. So yeah, you know what these guys are like. They produce a lot of beers, styles, and then they chop the hops up from whatever they want, basically. So Chinook Ella is this one, and this particular one is coming in at 5.3% ABV. ABV varies as well. So, bottle conditioned beer, store upright and pour gently. If you prefer to leave the yeast sediment inside the bottle, which is fine, you just pour it carefully. This one was actually bottled on the 13th of April of 2021, best before the 13th of August of 2021. And yeah, 500ml bottle. So I picked this one up at the Bottleneck in Broadstairs. I was really shocked and very pleasantly surprised to see that they've started to get the Kernel beers in as well. So the beer's up to there in the bottle. So we've got a complement of what you want out of a Kernel beer, and a 500ml bottle. Always good stuff. So beer in a glass then. There's no commercial description on Untapped. It just says a 5.3%. Classed as an American Pale Ale on Untapped. We'll leave it like that for now. Still about that much in the bottle there. So it's a beer in a glass. Look at this. So yeah, it's not one of them. I mean, it will murk up a bit. There's normally sediment in the bottom of these bottles, which is a regular kind of feature for the brewery, even going back like 10-12 years, or when they first started, whenever that was. So I think it's 2010 they started. Anyway, beer in a glass, gentle carbonation running up through the beer, and it's got about a quarter of a finger of white head on that. Looks the part. You can see through the beer. Low medium haze, if you like, slight haze, but yeah. Swirl and a sniff. Kind of fresh grass clippings, if you will. Melon. Very light citrus notes, but definitely more of a melon, kind of low key. A little bit kind of musky, not in a dank musky way, just that kind of musky dryness. But it smells really nice. There is a slight kind of, I would say Pilsner malt, but it's not Pilsner malt. But it's just reminded me of going forward, you know, in that regard, that aroma. Because I know they do a Pilsner Ella beer, which I'd love to try. This smells really nice, so we're gonna crack in with this one. So, cheers. Oh, that's a contrast from what I've been drinking. There's a slight element of a English style pale ale edge to it. It's woody, but more of a kind of it's slightly drying, but there is a woody edge, not twiggy but woody. I'm trying to put my finger on it, but it's more of an appealing way. Dank. It's really difficult to explain. Let me go again, hang on. So it starts off slightly sweet but not overly. Slight kind of hop resin edge in the core of that. Then it's going on to a slightly drying, sweet kind of wood-esque. And then that kind of lingers on the palate. The sweetness of that first initial taste is throughout. going into that kind of dry woody edge, which is still there, but with that overhanging kind of sweetness from that initial burst on the palate. Oh, that is so good. I must admit that there are two hop varietals that especially the Ella. I'm not too. I need to do some research myself. It should haze up a little bit now. I'm going to pour it carefully and leave any big chunks of sediment in the bottle potentially. There's a little bit in there, but it's not. You can see a little bit of that around the edge there at the bottom of the bottle. You can't really see it, but there we go. It's probably more of an idea. That's like a pale edge. Not too bad, but as I said, it's hazed it up a little bit, which is natural for these beers, like clouds wafting around in a glass. See if this taste has changed. The appearance has. So. A lot more smoother mouthfeel. More rounded. Still sweet, but not quite. It's more of a blend now. It's got a lovely lingering aftertaste that you just want to go back for more. What a lovely beer. The Kernel Brewery. I mean, whether you get this beer in the future or not, it'll be a different ABV. You might eventually get these two hop varietals together, but it'll almost certainly be a different ABV. They do so many different kind of, within the style of IPA, pale ale, or whatever it is, stouts, hop varietals, and then within that kind of, you get the hops right, the ABV is going to be different from batch to batch. So this is what I'm trying at the moment, is their pale ale Chinook Ella, and this one is at 5.3% ABV. So I hope in the future you get to try this at this ABV or very close to it. And this is a 500ml bottle. They do a lot more 330ml bottles, which kind of makes me sad because their beers are so good. I want more of it. That's the only kind of negativity I'd say about the brewery, or more of their beers, because they're so damn good. But yeah, I was lucky. If you see a 500ml bottle of this anywhere, just pick it up. Do yourself a favour, pick it up. They are fantastic. Plain Jane brown kind of label, but as I've said before, it's not always about the marketing on the label for quality beer. Anyway, let me know if I've had this one before, or any other beers recently in the last, I don't know, few months. Let me know down below. They're a great brewery out of Bermondsey in London. One of the OG craft breweries in the UK, especially for their table beer, which I do have a bottle, I believe, but I'm going to be saving that to just drink on a live stream with a very special friend. So anyway, thanks for watching me. Links down below for the brewery, all their Instagram, all that sort of stuff down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Cheers.